Hi everyone, delonewolf here. Welcome back to some more EVE Online. Welcome also to Sisi, the test server for EVE Online, where CCP is holding a mass test. We are going to test the new gates. You can already see some of the cool effects that are on this new gate right here. And yeah, we've got some steps, some jumps to do, some shooting to do on a cyno jammer. I think we take a jump gate then, and then we'll end up with a PvP fight normally. Hopefully everything works as intended, as some players just can't wait to blow each other up, which is really not what you want to do right before a mass test, especially when the countdown to the first jump is just a couple of seconds away. So let's jump to AD. And let's see what is happening. For me personally, performance is always super important. So we've got an FPS monitor here. And this first jump, well, it's not that many people so far, so we should be good. I also quickly want to mention that there was a small extra test that we did right before this actual mass test here, which involved us trying to put up one of the new cyno jammers in this system, but well, I wasn't fast enough, and so when someone else had deployed, I couldn't deploy mine anymore. It does look really cool though. Now we have to align to 54, so let's see if I can just right click normally. Can I not align that? Okay, interesting. Let's see if I can find it on a distance then. 54, align 2, there we go. That's better. Normally you can right click align. You get jump through stargates. Alright, can't right click align in this case. Interesting. But yeah, let's keep going. Let's performance of course is doing pretty well. We've got 140 people in local. I think there's still some people that have to come through, and poor Fleet W lagging behind a little bit with only 39 members. It's gonna be a tough fight, but we will see. Oh, and of course we have to take a look at this gate. Is that like more of a Caldari design? I'm not sure. I think so. Look at that, and you can see if you're jumping through, you're heading into Minmatar space. That it's shown there as well. CCP is that current soft holder of this system. Yeah, CCP is holding sovereignty right here. And very nice, especially here, the new effect on the gate itself. Big ball of light, and we actually have to warp to 54. So we get stargates, 54 warp within 0. But yeah, that looks super good. The Minmatar one also, it feels like more busy, warmer or something like that. And the Caldari one here definitely feels sci-fi, military, and yeah, very cool though. Very nice effects. So we are in warp to the next gate. The ship I'm using is the PvP Dominix, also the Dominix that I've been using in the events, except that I put down a targets painter here. That was a request. We are supposed to also have some E-War for this mass test. Bit of a dip here in performance, but we're still doing quite okay, as local is now up to almost 170 people. Landing on the gates. Let's go quickly take a look at that one if I can. Still not out of warp. There we go. So again, damn, that does look good. And then we've got all the extra notifications. You're heading to 00. Does that mean that this is CCP SOV and that you are jumping into CCP SOV? I think that's how you're supposed to read it. Down below, current SOV. Up there, the new soft holder, and yeah, goddamn, that looks pretty damn good though. Sort of a constant energy matter stream that is heading, of course, towards the star that's here hidden behind a planet. Very cool. I do like the graphics in EVE Online, and that's something that I think CCP is keeping up with really well, and has an amazing graphics department. Very cool. So we're holding one big ball for the next jump. Fleet X is jumping first. While Fleet... Okay. Let's see if we can put our camera in a good position for that. So maybe we'll go like this. And then when we see them jump through... when we see them jump through, we can also try and align ourselves with the gate. Or we can try and put ourselves a bit more aligned with the gate. Actually, we can. Yeah, that's true. We can try this. That could be pretty cool, although I want to see like a little bit more. Oh, look at that. There we go. So now they're jumping through, and then let's see what the gate does. Pew, pew. Look at that. Sending all those ships out through the planets. So all of these guys are, it might actually look like all of these guys are crashing into the planet, but they're actually in subspace. And so they're doing okay. Oh, this looks so cool. Look at that. I'm not sure if it's like every individual ship or if it has like a maximum. But yeah, that is very, very cool. And of course, we also know that on ooh, and look at that arriving warp as well. My God, that is cool. Yeah, we could look at this all day, I think. If I can get a screenshot of that for the thumbnail. Let's see if there's still a way for me to do that. That would be very cool. Got it. There we go. It is a known issue that there is only one jump line per second. Aha! Thank you, sisi. I was wondering, how cool would it be if you've got like 5 ships jumping through in the same second, that you actually also see 5 jump or warp off lines going through that gate. I think it's on their radar, considering what sisi is saying here. Very, very cool. Fleet W up to 50 people now, which is nice. And yeah, we'll just wait the command. But my God, that effect, big plus. And now it's going to be the exact opposite. We are jumping through, and of course Fleet X is going to normally see us arrive, not as a orange yellowish line, but probably as the blue line that we saw before. So can I actually put myself in a position to spot that quickly enough? Not sure. You can see the warping lines. Look at that. And then we're basically transported off the gate. Look at that. And then on top of that with the planet in the background. So that's where we're coming from now. And that's actually a couple more here. Very, very cool. Damn, that's cool. Very nice. So 117 local, not a big count for this mass test, but I gotta say these effects look pretty amazing. People are generally aligning to something. Warp to the jump gate, which should be on your overview. So we'll do distance again. Claim units. Let's see. We get a Stargate. We get a Stargate. But Raitaru. So it should be on your overview. There, I'm not seeing it. Oh, here we go. So we actually have a warp in. Warp it in 0. Let's do that. Can I like right click and add to overview? Not from here. What? Why is someone attacking me? Don't warp disrupt me, please. I would love to see the new gate. Guys, that's not what you're supposed to do at this in this part of the mass test. But alright, let's go to the jump gate, which might look really cool as well. I do hope that we get Fleet X to go through first. Off we go. And then I'll see if I can just like add it to the overview, or if I'm... Oh, there we go. Infrastructure CCP. No, that's Infrastructure Hub. So I'm not seeing it. Let's go take a look though. There she is. Good God, that looks massive and cool. Can I just add Upwell Jump Gate to the overview? There we go. So now we would be able to see that. That's the icon right here. An Ansible Jump Gate. So yeah, it's a little bit like a normal jump gate, but it's a square one. You have docking access. Look at that. That looks... Gotta say, when CCP decides to overhaul a part of the graphics of the game, they know what they're doing. Look at that. It actually looks large enough to push through our entire fleet here. Maybe like Titans doesn't make much sense, but stuff like carriers and dreadnoughts, not a problem for this gate. That looks so cool. And then from time to time you get people who just can't wait. The jump gate has a fee of 2 ISK per use of liquid ozone. You can either set up an auto pay setting in the wallet. Oh, so you're paying 2 ISK per used unit of liquid ozone, and I'm guessing it's got liquid ozone in it. You can either set up an auto pay setting in the wallet. Feel free to do so now, or accept the pop-up jump. Do not jump yet. So let's see if I can find it in the wallet. Auto jump pay settings. Activate jump, and I press submit. This is already going into completely different territories of the game that I had not expected. 2 ISK. So up to a certain amount, you can say we'll pay that ourselves. So let's say that I put up 3 ISK. Then we should be able to just jump through without any real problem. Or you can select it, press jump, and then you'll get a pop-up asking you, which I think most players will keep, because rewarp if you pushed away 75 kilometers. God damn it. Distance. Closest one is territorial claim units. Let's do that. So, while I was really looking at that gate, man, just from this angle, look at that. Oh, and someone is angry with the Titan. I think that's gonna be a dev. But that looks really amazing, in my opinion, that gate. It really fits, like, that's something that the Alliance created, and then you can have a fleet sitting there ready to go through it, and it is, yeah, it's just massive enough to do so, which is like really cool in my opinion. And I thought this was the shortest warp. Still feels pretty long. So here is CCP claiming territory here, and then let's get back to the gate. Warp within 0.
Warp drive active.
Drones ready, PvP ready. And is that a player? Yeah, it's actually Silverpine in the Naga, who is sitting there local. 200 people, okay, not bad. Not the biggest mass test, but definitely not so bad. And ooh, so that was me having an orbit camera with a view on the Naga. I was in warp and it just stayed aligned to it. I think as long as it was on grid, as I was on grid, it didn't want to let go. So you had that weird effect there. Yeah, not the best, but that's probably just because my Dominix is such a slow warper. Jump through the jump gate as soon as you are in range. So we're actually going to take a little bit of a look at the effect here. Maybe from here, that can be cool. And yeah, it's still just one warp signature, you could say, every second. Which I hope that they can indeed increase, because this should be like a massive fleet jump through that we should see here. All of these little effects where ships pop through should create one of those lines. I think that's the plan as well, so I'm not too worried. You have been quoted a jump fee of, oh, alright. Oh, it's per. You must accept the fee. In the wallet, you can set the amount you will automatically accept for any. Do you want to proceed? Yeah, so that's the pop-up. And I should have put more than like 1500 ISK if I wanted to jump through without having the pop-up. So now we are in QP as requested. Are we also landing on a gate? Yeah, we are. Very nice. I also want to take a quick look at that. So you have, just like with all the structures, shields, armor, and structure for itself. Then you've got up here CCP owning this sovereignty. And that's the arriving warps. Look at that, coming from that star system. This is so cool. Look at that, coming from that star system and then like catapulted through the other gate and coming in here. That is massively cool, and I really do hope that you can have like an entire fleet of coming in here and having that effect. So cool. As we keep hearing weird stuff. Oh, that's going to be a cyno jammer, I think, that's been put online. Which I don't have on the overview yet, I don't think. Let's see if I can somehow grab it. Fleet W, stay at the jump bridge. Fleet X is warping off to something. And then let's see if this was what we were... Oh, that's definitely something that will add to the overview as well. Cyno beacon. That is that. And then let's see if we can spot the fleet. They're still on grid. And there we go. Let's add that. Upwell cyno jammer. And now we can actually see it in space. With Fleet X right on top of it. And they are starting to fire. Ooh, they're going straight after that effect or something. Fleet X shoot the cyno jammer. Fleet W shoot the jump gate. Ooh, I actually have a job to do as well. Alright. Jump gate. Let's deploy some guards. Let's go back and take a look at ourselves. Engage. So that's just warp disabled for 15 seconds because I'm attacking the gate. Why am I moving? I'm gonna lose my guards that way. Let's see if I can reapproach. And then here that would normally be somewhere else. All of these damage notifications. But now the gate is under attack. The cyno jammer is already in low power mode and has no reinforcement at all, but shields plus armor plus hull need to be removed to kill it. We will not go through the full process at this point. Alright, let's stop right here. I think I'll be in range. Let's see if I can do a look at... Oh, I love the missile spread right there. Look at that. Just... Although, you don't really see that much of a shield effect on it. That's maybe a bit disappointed. It would be cool if you would have like local shield impact as long as you're going through the shield here. The jump gate is in high power mode and will enter reinforcement after the armor has been removed. So those are the aimed at mechanics. Low power mode, you can burst through everything. And when it's fueled, so it's in high power mode, you can burst through the shields and the armor, but then you still have a structure timer. Very interesting, very cool. And just the looks of it. Good God, as we're firing at it, there's still people taking the gate. Look at that warp coming in, shoof, straight through. Super, super cool. Maybe we'll see what it's looking like on this one. This sometimes gives some graphical stuttering when you're this far away from your actual ship, but this looks okay. And so now they're actually attacking the structure itself a bit more. Yeah. So I must actually have gotten a better view. Look at that. Cyno jammer. as Fleet X is going after it. Oh, including these puppies. Good God, we gotta take a look at them. I do think that this looks very unique. It's not overpowered, but in a situation like that, right, the weapon stages can just keep going, work their way up to their massive DPS potential, and yeah, keep bashing that structure. Very, very nice. In the meantime, we are here. While we are shooting the structure, please activate the listed E-War modules on anybody within your fleet, but do not shoot any players. Alright, let's target the Revelation. And so I was asked to bring something, including a target painter, so we're going to use that. And there we go, target painter going after the Revelation. Maybe, I'm not sure why they want us to do exactly this, so let's see if we can also grab the Gnosis. And if it's like a hardpoint issue or something like that, because sometimes you do see that your weapons or your E-War goes to something that is completely different than what you're actually aiming at. So now we're going to target the Gnosis for our E-War. Come on. Nope, I lost my my lock there. These modules are being tracked for the activity tracker. Oh, we can now open and take a look. Alright, so that was the goal. So we're going to target paint that one, and then activity tracker. Let's take a look. It cost a bit of resource. And now, where would I find that? Combat. Capsuleer on Capsuleer. Electronic warfare. There we go. Target painting. Number of activations of target painting modules. Ooh, it's going to keep track of all of that as well. Okay. Support. You get command bursts, remote reps, enhancements, and then for destruction, structures and ships. So that's gonna be like your count. Then you've got capacitor. That can be cool as well. You can find it in your Neocom if you haven't opened it yet. Here are encounters. You've got missions, incursions, Abyssal Dead Space. I do think that this, especially for newer players as well, will give them a little bit of an idea of, alright, that's what I enjoy. Look for activities to do in there and look to also keep working on that. So that's PI, for instance. This immediately, right, you can build tier 2s, I think, very easily. But if you want tier 3, tier 4, gotta do a bit more work, put a bit more effort in there. Manufacturing of all the stuff. Here is some research. Very cool. And then if I would go for signature scanned, 0 sites completed. Ooh, that's gonna be pretty big for me. Very nice. Navigations, regions, and system visited. I think here you could also definitely have something like, I'm hesitating to call it achievements, but for instance to see a progress bar. How many regions of all the available regions have you ever visited? How many systems of all the available systems have you ever visited? And, you know, try to fill the gaps like that. Project Discovery, haven't done that in a very long time. Get number of bounties, etc. Back to missions, incursions. Yeah, pretty interesting. I do. Oof, and now I seem to be targeted by quite a bit of E-War. And oh, I could also use my whip and use my scram, for instance. I'm also going to return my drones to see if all of them are in range. Of course they're not. Approach. And so we've got a whip, a scram as well. And then if I go back, let's see if I can find combat versus capsuleers, electronic warfare. Oh, Stasis Web. Number of activations of Stasis Web module, successful activations. So it actually counts all my cycles. This is a Stasis Webifier, and it is. That looks to me like it could be a bug. That I activated this one first, and it's still counting it. So now all 3 of them are on. Definitely, I think a bug report on this one. Unless that's not tracked yet. That is possible, because I haven't seen the... let's see. Nope. Here, versus Capsuleers, electronic warfare. It is possible that it doesn't track Stasis Webifiers just yet. But yeah, warp disruption. I mean, that's on, so I'm not seeing any of that. Mastery reached. What does that mean? Level 1. So I've got Mastery level 1 in. Okay, still a bit confused on that. I think we'll have to check it out later on. Let's stop the E-War for a bit. What's it looking like on the gate? Almost through the shields. So we would have quite a bit more to go there. And can I target? There is the cyno jammer already in structure. So you can see that that indeed in low power mode can just be burst through right away. And these guys are still going. I'm also concerned how things will change, as this is a big difference from the old... let's see, can I find a question? I understand we want to transition everything to Upwell, but this is going to have a serious effect on the way we execute wars. Yeah, ceasefire. Well, way ahead of you there. As I've got tracking disruption, target baiting, sensor dampening and warp disruption on me. And so I'm not sure. I don't think I saw web, for instance, in the list. Neither Scram, warp disruption, yes. So maybe it's not up and running for all E-War just yet. And then I think we'll approach the final step, our PvP fight. Can I see the gates that are here? TGM, I think, was where we wanted to go, so might as well align to it. Where is my fleet window? 57 out of 217 local. Fleet W is the best fleet, but those are not great odds. Then back here we get a malediction moving through Fleet X. Oh man, yeah, they've got the Leshaks and everything. They've got the Dreadnoughts, they've got Faxes as well. It's gonna be great. But I must also say, oops, and I actually did deactivate my FPS tracker. All of this feels alright up to this point. Jump to TGM. Jump to Stargate. And then let's get ready for the final slaughter. Well, if I can get a kill, that can maybe be cool to see if the activity tracker grabs that already. And again, leaving grid when there's still a lot of stuff happening, you do get that little dip in performance. So I think Ogres, yeah, we'll just try to grab something smaller like a cruiser or a destroyer, web scram it, and Ogres, and Neutron blasters, everything that we've got on it, try to get a kill. Yeah, for instance, how will that work? Will the activity tracker count anything you've hit, or do you have to have the last hit? Like for a kill mail. That could be interesting. Ooh, I saw someone using the drone skin. That's actually a really cool one as well. Do I have it on CC? That way I already look damaged, and maybe they won't primary me. Ah, damn, I don't have it. It's this one, Cryptic Mimesis, that I wanted to use. You know, you look like you're already got it. You're no threat. Nobody's gonna primary that. Space Hulk. This one might actually get primaried quite quickly. Anyways, we'll see how it works out. We'll do an orbit at current. Give myself a bit of speed. Fleet X is coming on the gate, and then soon, yeah, we are lacking in numbers a little bit. I could go after this Vapel, but he's too far away. I could go after the pot, but that would really not be very nice if he's like wanting to take a look at everything at this point. Is he already going back? No, he's just flying away. Actually towards me. Ooh, we get a claw. Let's see. You think that I can try and a Svepel at 85? But we're already not in the best numbers position, so I'm not sure that we want to do too much to them. To these neutrals. If they fight with us, that would be better. Mobile small warp disruptor. So we've got a bubble. Is that a new icon? Not sure. Well, the pot, that's not gonna make that big of a difference. So let's see if we can send this guy home. And at least have something for the activity tracker later on. Goodbye. And we get the claw as well. Then apparently, if I can speed up and snag it. Blop, he's gone. Alright. And then this Webifier is a little bit far away. So Fleet X is still holding. Got another pot that we could try. I want to see if we get something on the activity tracker at the end of this. And I don't think that we'll have a good chance against Fleet X. So we'll see how it works. Again, the gate. Good God, that does look cool. And then, oh, they should be coming from over there somewhere. Let's see if we can spot their warp-ins. Someone going after the Archon or not? Alright, engage. So that skill report, that should be mine. Well, we're breaking that guy, so we're just gonna add some damage. Why not? Let's see if there's like a carrier on there. And they're still holding. We're at 55 here in local. I should probably actually approach that one to get in better range for my neutron blasters. Fleet X, jump in and fight. God damn it. And of course, just as I moved my camera, let's see if I can get into good view. There they come. Look at that. Coming through. Damn, that's a good effect. So that's Fleet X coming in. I wish you could see like more of them, because you know that there's like around 150 of them that are coming in on this system. But yeah, this is pretty damn cool. Look at that effect. Damn, that looks good. Very, very good job. Absolutely love it. A Gila, that's a pretty good target actually for us. So let's see if we can go after a Greg X. After this. Okay, should be able to scram him. Ooh, my ogres. God damn it. Is he gone? Nope, actually just lost. Poor ogres. They're suffering quite heavily, but I should be easily in range of the Gila at my damage. Drones go after him. Targeted by a Typhoon, no, by a Thanatos and a Balcorn. That is going to be quite deadly, but alright, let's keep going. I doubt that I'll get the final hit on that one. Didn't really feel like it. Let's see if we can go after that Malediction. As I take big hits. Let's use that. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere, I don't think, with that whip. Alright, time to rep. That is pretty obvious. We'll just overload it right away as well. Let's see if we can hit that Malediction. Nuke him as well, just in case. Blap, he's gone. Alright, good stuff. Vexor Navy issue, you are in range. I'm just gonna keep trying to overload this and see what we can still do while I'm being sent home. Maybe I can ask for one broadcast for armor. I'll risk that. Ooh, he's almost down. Come on, blop him. I'm putting in all the reps that I can. Yeah, now it's 182 in local. You can expect 130 people coming after me.
The capacitor is empty.
Come on.
The capacitor is
The Vexor Navy issue. Get him, get him, get him. Rep, rep, rep. Try something. Anything. Yeah. One more rep. Come on, my drones. Where the hell are you? Get that Vexor Navy issue.
the capacitor is empty.
Anything. Ooh, still a sliver. Yes. Vexor Navy issue is down. I think that we can go down in a blaze of glory. That is actually pretty good. And in the meantime, the fight here, that's the entire fight that you're seeing here. Gate, let's see if I can approach that. At 13. And maybe try to jump through, but that was pretty damn good. Performance, of course, we are talking 170 people. The FPS down to around 40 or so when I'm zoomed out. Yeah, lovely, lovely explosions, of course. And of course, we will take a quick look now at that tracker. We're talking combat, capsuleers, destruction. It counts as one small ship destroyed. And let's take a quick look at the interactions, combat log, show my kills. Final blow, that's mine. That should actually be a cruiser. Then we also have that one. So it's not yet number of small player ships destroyed. That's not completely right. So I do think that there's still some work that needs to be done on the activity tracker. But yeah, work in progress, of course. That's why we're testing. Thank you very much for watching, guys. And I'll see you all next time.